The diver and the fish are both going to be animated, which means they're going to move during the game. Each image sprite moves according to its speed in the heading or direction it's pointed. Say for instance the diver has a speed of 5. That means that it's going to move 5 pixels at a time in its heading or direction. In this case, pointing up and to the right. So it moves 5 pixels, and then again it will move another 5 pixels, and it will do that according to another property called interval. The default interval is 1/10 of a second. So every 1/10 of a second, it will move 5 pixels, move again, move again. This happens so quickly and seamlessly that it gives the illusion of seamless movement. Let's go back to the designer. And let's look at the diver, for example. So the diver properties include heading. The heading is going to be 0 pointing to the right. Heading can have a value anywhere between 0 and 360, which makes a full circle around an object. The thing we have to be most concerned with is that it starts off pointing to the right, which will be a heading of 0. The interval I mentioned is 100 milliseconds, 1/10 of a second, and this gives it a nice smooth animation. And for speed, we're going to set the diver speed to 5. So that means it's going to move 5 pixels every interval. The fish, we're also going to make sure its heading is 0, so starting pointing to the right. And we're going to give the diver a little bit of an edge by making the speed of the fish 4. So for every 5 pixels that the diver moves, the fish is only going to move 4. So the diver has a little bit of an advantage. It's moving a little bit faster. Let's go back to blocks. I'm going to resize this again so we can see the emulator behind. And I'm going to refresh my companion screen. So you see both of them moving, and the diver is moving a little bit faster. Their heading is both 0, so they're both going directly to the right. When they hit the edge, they're just going to stop because they can't go any further. Alright, I'm going to go back here now, and instead of the fish going just straight across, we want the fish to go for that plastic bottle. So there is a nice block for all of the image sprites where we can say point towards target. And we want the fish to point to the plastic bottle. So we can just scroll all the way to the bottom, and plastic is the object itself, so that the fish is just going to point right to the plastic bottle and move towards it. If I go back and refresh the companion screen, you can see now that the fish is moving directly towards the plastic bottle, and it will eventually collide with it unless the diver gets there first. Let's now give the user some control over the movement of the diver, and we're going to do this with these buttons, the up button and the down button. So when the user clicks the up button, we want to update the diver's heading. So we're going to find Set Diver Heading. So we're going to increase its direction up in the up direction, and that would mean we're going to add something to it. So and it's going to be diver heading, the light diver heading, and let's add 5 to it. So we change the heading by a little bit. So this points it a little bit more in the up direction. And then let's duplicate this and change up button to down button. And instead of adding, we're going to subtract. So let's grab a minus and let's subtract 5 from the diver heading and get rid of this. Let me resize and uncover the emulator again. I'm going to refresh my companion screen. So now if I hit the down, you see that now it's going down. And if I go up, the diver is diving down towards the bottle as well as the fish.